Have you ever wondered how accessible your website is to users who rely solely on their keyboards? It's an aspect of web development that often goes unnoticed, but holds immense significance. Keyboard accessibility ensures that your website is user-friendly and inclusive, catering to a wide range of users, including those with physical impairments, or who simply prefer using their keyboard over a mouse. As we step into the digital age, where websites are a primary mode of communication and business, it has become crucial to ensure our sites are keyboard accessible. This not only improves the overall user experience, but also opens up your website to a larger audience. Now, how do we make a website keyboard accessible? Well, that's what we're here to explore. We'll walk you through the process, explaining how you can ensure keyboard accessibility using HTML and CSS, two of the fundamental building blocks of any website. So, are you ready? Let's delve into the process of making a website keyboard accessible. The first step to ensuring keyboard accessibility is understanding keyboard focus. Keyboard focus refers to the interactive element on a web page that is currently ready to accept input from the keyboard. It's like a spotlight shining on one actor on a stage, highlighting where the action is taking place. This is where HTML and CSS come into play. HTML elements such as buttons, links, and form inputs are naturally focusable, meaning they can automatically become the target of keyboard actions. CSS, on the other hand, helps in visually indicating where the current focus is, making it easier for users to navigate. Imagine a website as a city and keyboard focus as the traffic signals guiding you where to go. Without these signals, you might feel lost. Similarly, without proper keyboard focus, users might struggle to navigate your website. Now that you understand keyboard focus, let's move on to the next step. The second step in ensuring keyboard accessibility is using HTML semantics correctly. Now you might ask, what are HTML semantics? Well, in a nutshell, HTML semantics are the proper use of HTML elements and attributes to convey meaning and structure to both the user and the browser. Why is this important for keyboard accessibility, you ask? It's quite simple. Properly used HTML semantics can significantly enhance keyboard navigation. They provide an inherent structure to your web page that keyboard users can navigate through logically and smoothly. For instance, consider the humble nav element. This element tells the browser that everything inside it is part of the website's navigation. This allows keyboard users to skip through links and get to the main content faster. Remember, every HTML element has a purpose. Using them correctly can make your website more accessible, user-friendly, and search engine optimized. Now let's proceed to the next step. The third step to ensuring keyboard accessibility involves managing the tab order. Now, this is an integral part of keyboard navigation that can make or break the user experience. So, what exactly is tab order? Well, it's the order in which elements on your web page get focus when a user navigates using the tab key. The default tab order is determined by the order in which the elements appear in the HTML document. However, you can manipulate this order using HTML and CSS. But be careful, as altering the tab order can sometimes lead to confusion if not done thoughtfully. Let's delve into how you can effectively manage the tab order. HTML provides an attribute called tabindex that allows you to specify the order in which elements should receive focus. By default, the tabindex is 0, meaning the browser will focus on elements in the order they appear in the HTML document. If you set a positive value to tabindex, you can change the order in which elements receive focus when tabbing. But remember, the order should still make sense to the user. Now let's look at CSS. While CSS doesn't directly influence the tab order, it plays a crucial role in visually representing the tab order. By using CSS, you can highlight the element that currently has focus, making it easier for users to understand where they are on the page. All right, let's discuss some good and bad practices. A good practice is to keep the tab order as close as possible to the visual order of elements on the page. This is because users generally expect the tab order to follow the visual layout. On the other hand, a bad practice is to create a complex tab order that deviates significantly from the visual layout, as it can confuse and disorient users. Remember, the goal here is to create a seamless, intuitive navigation experience for all users, regardless of how they interact with your web page. With the tab order managed, let's move on to the last step. The final step in ensuring keyboard accessibility is providing visual feedback. This aspect is crucial as it allows keyboard users to know where they are on the page at any given moment. Without this, Navigating a web page can feel like venturing into a maze blindfolded. Now, how do we provide this visual feedback? Enter HTML and CSS. With HTML, we ensure that our elements are properly structured and organized. This lays the groundwork for our CSS, which we utilize to highlight focused elements. Through CSS, we can change the appearance of an element when it gains focus. This could be as simple as altering the background color or adding a border, or as complex as creating an animation. The key is to make the focus state obvious, but not intrusive. Remember, the ultimate goal here is to create an inclusive and accessible experience for all users. Now that we've covered all the steps, let's summarize what we've learned. So, how do we ensure keyboard accessibility in web development? To ensure keyboard accessibility, we discussed 4 key concepts. Firstly, understanding keyboard focus is fundamental, as it allows users to navigate your website using only their keyboard. Secondly, using HTML semantics is crucial, as it helps screen readers and other assistive technologies make sense of your content. Thirdly, managing the tab order effectively can drastically improve the user experience. By controlling the order in which elements receive focus, you can guide users through your site in a logical and intuitive way. Lastly, providing visual feedback is essential to let the user know where their focus is at any given moment. By implementing these strategies, you not only make your website more accessible, but also improve the overall usability and user experience. Remember, keyboard accessibility isn't just an option, it's a necessity. Make your websites accessible for everyone. Until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.